Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Sheets for TrueFire. Welcome to this episode of TrueFire's Guitar Shed. Now this episode is all about fingerstyle masters. We've got a couple of great lessons to share with you today from Tommy Emmanuel and John Knowles, and also from Clive Carroll. We've also got a very inspiring performance from Andy McKee. All the lessons we'll be presenting here today come from full courses you can find at TrueFire. Also, if you want the tab and notation to go along with these lessons, just follow the links below. Let's start off with a lesson from Clive Carroll on broken arpeggios. If you're looking for some new patterns and new ways to sort of spice up some of your fingerstyle techniques, check out this lesson.
This exercise is about creating a steady alternating bass pattern and playing a kind of broken arpeggio over the top. It may be something that you do already, but I also wanted to focus on shifting the left hand or the fretting hand from a kind of what I'd call an outside position into an inside position. Maybe that's just me. I'm not quite sure if that's the kind of general knowledge, but I feel that's a kind of outside fretting position, and this one's playing inside for me. See how the hand turns? So as well as playing the groove with the picking hand, you also have to think about changing the position of the left hand without interrupting the flow. All right, so let's do the groove first. We've got this alternating idea with the thumb on strings 6 and 4. Okay, and I'm going to put those broken arpeggio notes over the top. So you're getting 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and the only long note is the first beat. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, at speed it has that kind of rippling effect. Okay. Next, what I want to do is change from the chord of D to the chord of G. Okay, I'm in drop D tuning here, and the G in the bass is on the 5th fret, and I'd like you to try playing it with the 4th finger. Okay, so the idea is that you'll be playing this chord, and then you want to practice turning the hand around to play the bass G, and in a minute we're going to be using the 1st finger on the high F sharp. Okay, but for the next exercise, you want to start that groove, and then turn the 4th finger around, and hopefully the groove isn't interrupted by the left hand or the fretting hand. Outside, inside. Now I'm going to add a hammer on D, high F sharp. So I really hope that exercise helps with the transition from one chord to another. You could pick a selection of chords of your own. So maybe you want to start from D, you could head up to something kind of epic like B flat, you know. Okay, so the idea is, select a couple of chords and be careful not to interrupt the flow just because you're moving the fretting hand around. Okay, have fun.
This next lesson features two fingerstyle masters, Tommy Emmanuel and John Knowles. They sit down and have a conversation on coloring chords, basically how to take a chord progression and make it sound a little more interesting. They talk a little bit about it, and then they give you some examples that you can use to spice up your playing. Take a look at this lesson.
So, if we're going to play a tune like Danny Boy, you can play the book one chords. Oh, Danny Boy, D chord, D.
Yeah.
Da da dee 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 dee. Don't play that one.
Don't play that one.
Yeah, that's right. But that's pretty easy. So,
Yeah.
instead, what you can do is remember that you've already got a pair of A's in that A chord. So,
You can do that, yeah.
you know, and then you can also and
Yeah. See, this is...
and I'm just moving one note at a time. Every chord I'm playing, I'm thinking, I own all these other frets too. I wonder what would happen if I threw one of them in.
Right.
And I've kind of learned that a B inside an A chord is a good starting point. But then you can also, excuse me, you can put a, what is that, a G sharp. and then a
I got an
regular
easier
G.
way of doing that. Look, 2 fingers here.
Oh, it's those same notes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now, if you take the melody, then I can show these folks how we use moving chords to color and make the music move along like that. So you take the melody there in Danny Boy, in A. You ready? So I'm doing this kind of thing. Da, do, do, do. So, and I think I got those ideas from listening to piano players who
They can do that really easy, can't
constantly, yeah. They, you know, I remember I was walking through an airport one time, and I heard the start of Moon River. So Moon River, then the piano player went. I was like, oh my goodness, what's that? You know, and that's how piano players think. They think differently to guitar players. So I'm always trying to find a way of doing something unexpected, you know?
You know, that's really true. I think a lot of my ideas come from listening to piano players, from listening to orchestras, from listening to good arrangers, backup singers like Sinatra or Streisand, you know, because those arrangers know stuff.
Oh, Barbra Streisand's arrangements.
Oh, man.
You remember what was a Christmas song that we
Yes.
that we stole about 100 ideas from Barbra
yeah.
Streisand's version. Yeah.
I'll be home for Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Go
my
back and
goodness.
listen to that on
It's
iTunes.
it always pays off to listen to great arrangers, great songs, and take it all in and find it on your instrument. Put the time in to educate yourself, and you'll really be grateful that you took time to do that.
You know, as soon as I hear somebody else do something, I also look for another place that I can use that same idea, maybe in a different song or
absolutely.
a different key. Then
Exactly.
it becomes more mine and less theirs,
Yeah.
you know. So.
Exactly.
Finally, in this episode, if you're looking for some fingerstyle inspiration, look no farther than this performance from Andy McKee. It's one of his compositions called For My Father. It's beautiful and inspiring. Check it out. Thanks for joining me here on this episode of TrueFire's Guitar Shed. Once again, if you want to check out the tab and notation and full courses that these lessons have come from, just follow the links below. As always, I'm Jeff Sheets. I want you to keep working out in the shed.